yoga today. I'm gonna be a little low key and do some yin yoga. Today's yin yoga practice is gonna be for back and hips. It's a 30-minute, let's say, stretching to melt away tension practice with Travis Elliott. Those of you who see me often on here probably know that now I'm going through a difficult season, or hard season, sad season. My father his body's breaking down. He will likely transition from this life to an eternal life in heaven relatively soon. So just thinking about him not being here, the time when he makes that transition, it's hard, it's sad, watching him, and the things that he has to go through is hard, but it's special at the same time. But anyway, last night I was so tired. I went to bed like 7 o'clock, but like 2 o'clock I woke up and didn't get a lot of good sleep between like 2 and 4, and then I was up at 5 again. So I can like feel some heaviness in my body. I can feel some tension in my back, and so I just want to relieve that. So I'm going to treat myself to some yin yoga. Again, it's yin yoga, back and hips, a 30-minute stretching to melt away tension. I shared that I love yoga because yoga helps you. It's meditative. It helps you kind of release whatever it is that's not serving you, so you can be at peace. You can, face each day with a positive mindset and gratitude, and just being able to just enjoy the joy of life and the fact that we're here to live it. So I'm going to take this opportunity to leverage all that yoga brings to me today, so that I can get my day started on a good note. Normally I would do a warm-up, a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand, which since my back, I'm feeling some pressure in my back, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to jump right into this yin. I hope you do it with me. It's so good for you. Yin is really getting these deep stretch, getting into your fascia, which is the connective tissue between your joints. It's as Travis Elliott called it, yin yoga is like the fountain of youth. It really helps with injury prevention, pain relief, those types of things. It's just so good. So good for you. So I hope you'll do it with me. You kind of just do these stretching poses, and you just let gravity do the work. You don't have to strain yourself or anything, and you just pay attention to what your body allows you to do. But afterwards, it almost feels like you got a good massage. And who doesn't enjoy a good massage? I know I do. Anyway, let's go on ahead and get started. I do hope that you will join me. And for those of you that have been following my TikTok, for sure, I've been posting a lot of tribute stuff on my dad. So if you could just, keep myself, my dad, and my family in your prayers. Losing somebody, or the thought of potentially losing somebody that you really love and you really honor, and who has been strong for you your whole life, and has just encouraged you to be the person that you were meant to be in this life. It's a little bit of a challenge. Excuse me, got a little bit of a sneeze there. I don't know if that's allergies or what, but anyway, pray for us. We really appreciate it. Thank you in advance for your kindness. Thank you in advance for being here. Thank you in advance for a willingness for those of you that are willing to get on the mat, willing to get on the mat with me and do this yoga. Thank you for doing something good for yourself. If you're just gonna watch, you're not gonna join us here. I do hope at least you are motivated to do something good for your mind, your spirit, and your body. All right, here we go.
All right, so let's come down to our backs. Bring the feet flat to the mat. Heels in towards your sit bones. Arms extended out in front of you, palms flat. As we set up for a little bridge pulse as a way to gently open up the lower back here. So as you inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, reverse that, lowering both the lower back and the arms down to your mat. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, lower the back and arms down. And then on your own, a few more times, just moving nice and slow. So important in this sped up world that we live in, inundated with technology and stimulation. Carve time out of our day where we can step away from that and have a little retreat and come back to the things that are simple but also deeply important and meaningful. And allow our nervous system to come back to a state of balance. One of the pillars of health and well-being. Next time your arms and your lower back are turned down to the mat, hold there. And then we'll take the right ankle and we'll place it on top of the left knee, left thigh. You could stay here, or you could, if you want a deeper stretch, reach your right arm through the legs and grab either your left shin or your left hamstring, or a thread and needle pigeon. We'll be in this position for about maybe 90 seconds, a minute and a half or so. Feel free to close the eyes. Just allow time to gently unfold. Here, nice and easily. If your right arm is thread through, go ahead and release that. The legs as is. From here, we'll wrap the right leg nice and snug over the left leg. Shift the hips a little bit over to the right. Extend your right arm out to the right. Left hand on the outer right hip, right knee as you guide your knees over to the left to a wrap leg, spinal twist. Moving from the hips back into the spine, lower back. Your gaze can be wherever it feels right. You don't have to look out over your right arm. You could have your face upwards towards the ceiling. Very often again, I even like to turn my face the same direction that the knees are going in, so over to the left. But do whatever feels right for you. knees all the way back up to neutral. Unwrap the legs. And then we'll bring the left ankle on top of the right knee, right thigh. Feel free to keep the right foot flat, or if you like, left arm can slip down through the legs. Thread the needle pigeon on the other side. This one, unthreading that left arm, wrapping your left leg snug over the right. Extend the left arm out to the left, scoot the hips a little to the left, the right hand on the outer left knee. Go ahead and guide those knees over to the right, wrap leg twist, other side. Go ahead and bring the knees all the way back up. Unwrap the legs, grab the shins, hug your knees, your thighs into the belly, feel that lower back stretch. Then gently rock and roll your way up. And roll over to all fours. And this next one is a great yin pose for our back, especially the lower back. So we'll take a child's pose by bringing the big toes together, opening the knees out, and allowing the forehead to rest down to the floor. You can keep the arms out in front of you. A lot of times in yin, I'll actually bring the arms back just because it feels a little softer in the shoulders. And as always in these practices, feel free to use props whenever it's helpful. Some people may like to place a pillow or a bolster underneath them, a block. And very important to just allow the body to yield to gravity. You can scan your awareness through your body and just make sure you're not holding or gripping anywhere, but everything just softens and relaxes. Even areas of the body where maybe you stubbornly collect tension. our forehead a little gentle rock, side to side, massaging into the front of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, which is kind of like the conductor for the rest of the brain. And when the conductor is relaxed and at peace, very often the rest of the brain is relaxed and at peace. And then from here, we'll just ease our way out of child's pose. Cross the feet behind you, release down to your sit bones. And then extend your left leg out in front of you, or half butterfly. Sole of the right foot high up to your inner left leg, left thigh. Take your arms and reach those up as you inhale, and then fold over and down on the exhale. In the Tao Te Ching, it says, peaceful is the one who is not concerned with having more or less. So in this moment, just feel that there's nothing to gain, and there's also nothing to lose. That in this moment, you experience contentment for where you're at, in this pose, with this breath, and with this sensation that you're feeling. Nothing missing, nothing lacking. Now from here, we'll take the left arm and we'll bring it to the inside of the left leg. Take the right arm and reach it all the way up towards the sky as you inhale. And then extend that right arm forward and out on the exhale. So it's a nice little side stretch here. If you want, you can always take a block. You can put that underneath your left arm here. Your right shoulder gets tired, you can bend the right elbow and rest the right hand behind the head. So know that you have those options here if they feel more appropriate for you and your body. Nice and easily, go ahead and come all the way back up. Turn the torso to face forward. Rest your right ankle on top of your left knee, setting up for a fire log. So fire log will bend the left foot to come underneath the right knee. Or you can modify this by crossing your right shin in front of your left shin if you prefer. And as you're ready, just begin to crawl the hands and the arms out. I've got my block here. Just bring that underneath the forehead. You can also create a tower where you have your bolster and a block, a couple blocks to meet your forehead, to meet the place where you can relax the front of the brain and hopefully promote even more relaxation. Nice and easy, begin to exit out the fire log. Bring your hands onto the floor behind you, feet flat, knees to the sky. A little counter movement here, just allow the knees to float side to side a few times. And then now we'll extend the right leg forward, half butterfly, sole of the left foot high up to the inner right thigh. Take the arms, reach those all the way up, inhale, and then fold over and down on the exhale. Creating more and more space, not just within the body, but also within the mind as well. Very often we activate our stress response. We feel like the walls are closing in. Sometimes we even feel like we're being suffocated. So this quality of spaciousness is the perfect antidote to stress. Space in the body, space in the mind. They say sometimes in Zen, be the ocean, not the small puddle. You think about a small puddle of somebody that comes walking along and stops in it. A lot of the water splashes out. But even if a giant was to come along and stop into an ocean, it would barely affect it at all. This is the power of spaciousness. Be the ocean instead of the puddle. here, we'll bring the right arm to the inside of the right leg. Left arm comes up, open up the left chest, and then extend the left arm out. It's getting into all the tissue on the lateral side of the torso. Ease your way out of that side stretch. Turn the torso back forward and face the front. Left ankle on top of right knee. Fire log pose. Modification, left shin across the front of the right shin. Just come over and down to no breathe here, getting deep, deep, deep into those hips. The largest joint in the body, the largest muscles and bones intersect and innervate. So a lot to experience and a lot of sensation. Sometimes there can even be an opportunity to release on an emotional level. Anytime we move through events and experiences in our life that have been overwhelming or too much to handle, very difficult. And if we haven't processed it, it gets stored and locked away in these deeper inner reservoirs of our body. And then we're doing a practice like this, and all of a sudden, it becomes revealed, uncovered, and discovered. In the event that you ever have this happen, just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And you just allow it to pass through, to release, and hopefully to liberate yourself of these past traumas, past challenges, so that you can live more fully, more deeply in the present moment, no longer obscured by events of the past. This is to live in a state of freedom, of liberation. Last couple breaths in. Beautiful, go ahead and ease your way back up. Uncross the legs, come to a normal cross-legged seated position. And then feet flat, knees to the sky. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Then come back to a final cross-legged seat. Resting your hands on your knees, spine tall, close the eyes, taking these last moments together in a seated, meditative position. Bring the hands to prayer position in front of the chest, in front of the heart. As you move into the rest of your day, in that embodiment of inner stillness, of nobility and dignity. Much health, much wealth, much love to you. Namaste. Alright, I hope that your back and your hips are feeling amazing after that practice. Drop a comment down below and let me know how it was. If you enjoyed this style of practice, highly recommend.
Yes is the answer. I have relieved the tension in my back. Whew. Those hip openers or something. Firewall pose. I need to do that more often because that is, I can do it. You definitely feel it all in here. Anyway, that was a very good practice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel much lighter. I feel much less tense, so definitely was effective in melting away the tension, and I just feel good and happy, grateful. All right, with that said, I am going to go get my day started. I want to go take a walk. Today's going to be a busy day. My mother is having a stent replacement. She's got a stent in her ureter, which is the tube that connects the bladder to the kidneys, because she's got a mass that's blocking it. And so anyway, so she's getting that stent replaced today. Say a prayer for her that the stent that they put in will be smaller and much more comfortable, because she has been uncomfortable ever since she got it in September. What else? And this afternoon, I've got to do some hard stuff at the skilled nursing facility where my father is, or I'm signing off on all the palliative care stuff. So doing everything to keep him comfortable, and if it takes a turn for the worse, signing off to say he won't go back to the hospital. We're just going to try to take care of him so he can ease on out of here when he's ready. So again, hard stuff I'm doing today. I'm glad I got on this mat to relieve the tension and put myself in the best position possible to go forward in my day with gratitude and peace. You guys have a very blessed day, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for being here. Bye.